As you reach the quarter mark of the season and Top Gun Maverick gets ready to descend into theaters this Memorial Day weekend, it's time for us to assess what we've seen so far and which teams and players can be ready to fly like the Iceman. We begin in the American League and the top quartet of MVP candidates. We kick it off with the best team in baseball, the New York Yankees, and their superstar who chose to reject the team's offer of a contract extension and bet it himself. So far, the defense rests when it comes to Judgment Day. Aaron Judge leads the majors with 17 home runs and dominates in StatCast categories presented by Google Cloud. He leads in barrels percentage, hard hit percentage, expected WOBA, and only trails teammate Giancarlo Stanton in average exit velocity. 398 on base, 715 slugging percentage, and 221 WRC plus are gigantic numbers for the giant patrolling the Bronx. Then there's the trio of Angels. Mike Trout is slashing 323, 434, and 699 for a 226 WRC plus. 12 home runs and 26 runs batted in this season. He's playing plus defense in center for the first time in 4 years. Trout went from minus 17 defensive runs saved in 2019 to 2021 to now plus 2 in center. The three-time MVP is back. But don't sleep on last year's MVP, Shohei Ohtani. Fantastic on the mound again. 2.82 ERA in 7 games started, 34% strikeout rate, and 5.8% walk rate. Both improvements from a season ago. Offensively, he has only a 315 OBP and 465 slug, worth only 2.1 F4. But the power is coming along. 9 home runs in 42 games and heating up. Soon enough, it's going to be showtime. And then there's the sentimental favorite, Taylor Ward. Who? He's only been baseball's best hitter. Ward leads MLB in all 3 slash line categories. 370 average, 481 on base, 713 slugging. That's great for a 246 WRC plus. Ward is controlling the zone well with a 17.6% walk rate and is striking out less than ever, just under 20%. Let's talk Cy Young now. In the American League, give props to that old gunslinger, Justin Verlander. He's like Clint Eastwood in Unforgiven, teaching everyone a lesson once and for all. The Astros ace is 6-1 with a 1.22 ERA with 49 strikeouts in 51 2/3 innings. And JV is all about consistency. His last 3 starts, he's gone at least 5 innings with 5 or more Ks and 0 earned runs. That's only the 3rd time a pitcher aged 39 plus has done that in 3 straight starts. Joining the Rocket, Roger Clemens in 2005, and that knuckleballing specialist, Tim Wakefield, in 2007. From an expected stud in Verlander coming off Tommy John surgery, expect the unexpected, kind of like the crying game, when it comes to Nestor Cortez. Nasty Nestor and his mustache are 3-1 with a 1.80 ERA and 56 whiffs in 45 innings. In the long and prestigious history of the New York Yankees, Cortez is one of only 2 Yankee pitchers with 55 or more Ks and 10 earned runs or fewer in the first 8 games of the season, along with Garrett Cole from last year. Cortez is the only American League pitcher with 40 or more innings, a 30 or better K percentage, sub-10 walk percentage, and under 1 home run per 9. This from a guy who some thought was the 5th starter for Aaron Boone's team. We stick in the division for the 3rd major contender, Alec Makita of the Toronto Blue Jays. He's burly and could be Lance Lynn's doppelganger, and that includes his work on the mound. 5-1, 1.62 ERA, 43 strikeouts in 50 innings of work. 2 earned runs allowed or fewer in each of his first 8 starts this season. Entering Monday, no other AL starter has more than 7, and Manoah is the first Blue Jay to do so in franchise history. From Dave Steve to Roy Halladay, that's saying something. Now, for Rookie of the Year, there's been a bevy of disappointments in the American League. Bobby Witt Jr., Julio Rodriguez, Spencer Torkelson, take your pick. But Jeremy Pena has been a shining star for that Houston Astros offense, making up for the departure of Carlos Correa. In fact, he's been the best shortstop in baseball. His 2.2 B-WAR is tops, just above J.P. Crawford at 2 and Tim Anderson at 1.7. Second in WRC plus at 150, second in slugging at 504, third in home runs with 7, and second in defensive runs saved with 5. Talk about being 5-tool. Lastly, his 150 WRC plus is just below the same as Fernando Tatis Jr. put up in his rookie year, 151, and more than Shohei Ohtani did as a freshman in 2018. Also in the mix right now is the Ryan Express, Joe Ryan. He's been a veritable shot in the arm for Rocco Baldelli's Twins. The opening day starter is 5-2 and a dazzling 2.28 ERA this season. No AL rookie pitcher has thrown 130-plus innings in a season this century and has an ERA lower than 2.73. We'll discuss the National League later in the show.